Good evening. Good evening all. Okay, bro. So in last session we get discussed about what is Selenium and what are all the advantages of Selenium and what are all the disadvantages in Selenium. So these are all the concepts which are discussed in the last session, and also we can discuss about the what are all the Selenium components which are available, like Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver and Selenium Grid. So these are all the components which are available under the Selenium. These are also discussed in our last session, and also we can discuss about the installation processes. Okay, so in today's session we just goes to start with the what are the start with the basic programming in Selenium. So and also the locators. So what are the locators which are available in the Selenium? Okay, so what is meant by the locator and what are the types of locators which are available? So also we are going to discuss it further. Okay, so at first we just enter into the basic programming. Okay, so after installation we need to check whether our installation process will be correct or not. Okay, so at first we can go to the project. So I had already created the project which is named as Selenium project. Under the Selenium project I had created one packages and also the classes. Okay. So under this we had already created the two folders. So one will be for the Selenium WebDriver and another one will be for the drivers folder. So in order to now we can going to connect with the Chrome driver, so we can just download the Chrome driver version and also we just copy and paste it in our project. Okay, so I just created the folder, new folder which is named as drivers. Under the folder I get paste my Chrome driver extensions. So under this folder I just paste my Chrome driver extension. Okay, so at first we just enter into the programming languages. Okay, so in Java Selenium, so we need to create the main method. Okay, the first step of the program is to create the main method. The first step is to create the main method. So how to create the main method? The main methods are created in two ways. So first one will be the main method are created in two ways. The first one will be just enter the name main. Just type the name main and give the control plus space button. So okay, just type main and give control plus space button. We get the option which is named as main method. Just click this option main method and enter. Our main method will be created. So main method is nothing but the public static void main string arguments. This is the main method. The first step is to create the main method. So another way of creating the main method. So the main methods are created in two ways. First one we just so for your reference I just write it. So main control plus space, control plus space. Okay, this is the first way. And the second way will be the while creating the class we have in that time also we can able to create our main methods. So how it will be possible? Just right click the package and then we just need to enter the new. Under the new we have class. So in the class we give the class name. Here we have the option which is named as public static void main string arguments. By clicking this also we can able to create our main method. So these are the two ways of creating the main method. The first one type main and give control plus space. We just create the main method. And the second one will be, so while creating the class also we can able to create the main method because we get the option. Okay, here also we can able to create our main methods. Okay, so next one. Okay, so next one. So the next step is we need to initialize our browser. I mean we need to launch the browser. The first step is to create the main method. Main method will be created. The next step is to launch the browser. Second step, launch browser. So how to launch the browser? So in order to launch the browser we can go for the method which is nothing but the system.out set property. We can go for the method which is nothing but system dot set property. So what is the system dot set property method? So what's the function of this system dot set property method? Okay, here we can discuss already. Okay, this system dot set property. Okay, so named as system dot set property. So what is this method system dot set property? So why we need to use this system dot set property method in the Selenium? So the main thing, the system dot set property contains two attributes. The system dot set property contains two attributes. System dot set property contains two attributes. So it contains two attributes. One will be the property and another one will be the value. So one will be the property name, and another one will be the value, and next one will be the value, second one value. So one will be the property name and another one will be the value. So what's the property name indicates? So the property name indicates name of the browser. So the property name indicates the name of the browser. So which browser we can going to use? Now we can going to use the Chrome browser. So in order to mention that Chrome browser name, we need to use this property. The property name indicates the name of the browser. So specific driver. So which is nothing but the specific driver. So Chrome driver, we can use the Chrome driver. So we need to indicate this in the system.set property. So for this property, for need to indicate the specific driver, we need to go for the property name. And the value indicates what the value indicates. Value indicates the path of the browser. Indicate the path of the browser. Okay. So the value can indicate the path of the browser. The property can indicate the name of the specific driver. Okay. So the name will be the Chrome driver. The path of the browser will be indicated by the value. So these are the two attributes which are maintained in the set property. So in order to launch the browser, we can go for system.setProperty method. Under the system.setProperty method, we can contain two attributes. One will be the property name and another one will be the value. So property name and another one will be the value. The property name can indicate the name of the specific driver and the value can indicate the path of the required browser. Okay. So why we need to indicate that value? Why we need to indicate the value of the values? Because why we need to use this system.setProperty? Why we need to may indicate the values and also the property name? Because system.setProperty is system.setProperty is used because of the reason the browser does not have a so we can't able to connect the browser directly with the Selenium. Okay. So in order to connect between these, we need to use some ways. So the way will be the system.setProperty. So system.setProperty is because the browser does not have a built-in server. The browser does not have a built-in server. So browsers does not contains any built-in server. So for what purpose? To run the automation tool. So in order to run the automation tool, the browser does not have any built-in server to run the automation tool. automation tool. Okay, so the purpose of system.setProperty is to launch the browser. Okay, and it contains two attributes. One will be the property name and another one will be the value. So the property name can indicate the browser or specific driver, and the value can indicate the path of the browser. So in which path we can go into indicate. Okay, system.setProperty is mainly used that because the browser does not have any built-in server to run the automation tool. So we need to indicate which kind of browser we can go into connect. So in order to connect this only, we can go for the system.setProperty method. Okay, so we need a Chrome Firefox driver or anything, so whichever we need. Okay, so if we need a Chrome driver or Firefox driver or Internet Explorer or Opera browser, something. So what the browser we need to use it, so we need a Chrome or Firefox driver. Okay, to communicate your Selenium. So for what purpose? To communicate your Selenium code to the browser. So in order to communicate our Selenium code to the browser, we need to use some drivers. So in order to communicate our Selenium code, so our Selenium code will not be directly connected with our Chrome browser because the browser does not contain any inbuilt servers. Okay, so in order to communicate between them, we need to use some drivers, so which is nothing but the Chrome driver or Firefox driver, Opera browser or Internet Explorer, something. So whatever we need. So in order to connect it, we can do for the system.setProperty method. Okay. In this case, check how to implement this system.setProperty method. Okay, how to implement this system.setProperty method. So at first, okay, so system is the class name. So system is the class name. Under the system class, we get setProperty as the method. Okay, set properties we can't go on to use the set properties. We just use only setProperty. Okay, so setProperty is the method. So system is the class name and setProperty is the method name. So class name dot method name, which is nothing but our static method. Okay, so system is the class name and setProperty is the method name. Under the system.setProperty, we need to mention two values. One will be the string key and another one will be the string value. So one will be the string key and another one will be the string value. So under the string key, what we need to indicate, under the value, what we need to indicate. So value is nothing but the path of the browser. So path of the browser is the value. So what's the key? Key is nothing but the required specific driver. Okay, so under the system.setProperty, we can contains the string key and string value. String key and string value. String key. So for what we need to string key? String key is used to string key. It is used to connect to the specific driver. So in order to connect to the specific driver, we need to use this string key. So we need to mention the driver which kind of driver we need to use. So we need to mention the driver name. Okay, so we need to mention the driver name. And next one, string value. So what is string value means? Which is nothing but the path of the browser. It is the path of the browser. So path of the browser to connect our Selenium code to the required specific driver. Okay, so this is the string value. Okay, so how we give this path of the browser and the string key values? Okay, so first one, we need to give the key. So due to the string data, I just open the double quotation. Under the double quotation, we need to give web driver. So because we here use only the Selenium web driver, so we need to indicate the name web driver. So web driver. Then we can go to connect our Selenium code with the Chrome browser. So we need to mention that it will be the Chrome webdriver.chrome.driver. Okay, this will be the string key data. and the string value. So next one will be the string value. So this is nothing but the path of the browser. Okay, so how we can able to take this path of the browser? So the path of the browser can be obtained by just, okay, here our browser extension will be added in this folder under the folder drivers. So just double click the drivers folder, we can contain the subfolder Chrome driver Windows 64. Again we just double click it, we contain the name Chrome driver dot extension. So right click this Chrome driver dot extension. So under the drivers folder we can contain Chrome driver dot extension. So right click this folder this particular extension we can contain the option which is nothing but the properties. So we can contain the option properties. Just click this properties option, we can contain the location. Okay, so under the properties option we can contain the location. Just copy this location, just so copy this location, then we just paste it in the string value path of the browser. We just paste it in the path of the browser. Okay, this is the second step. Now we just launch the browser. So first, in order to launch the browser, we can use the method system.setProperty. Okay, so system it contains two of the data. One will be the string key and another one will be the string value. The string key is nothing but the specific driver. So in order to use the Chrome driver, we can mention the name Chrome. While we can go for the Firefox driver name, we can mention the name Gecko driver. Okay, so Internet Explorer mean IE driver. Okay, so whichever we need to use this. Okay, so second one will be the string value, which is nothing but the path of the process. The path of the Chrome driver will be taken by using under the folder properties. Okay, so the second step is to initialize the browser. Browsers. The first step will be completed and the second step will be initialize the browser. So how we need to initialize the browser? So while using the Chrome browser we need to give the Chrome driver. So we need to connect our web driver, Selenium web driver with the Chrome driver. So in order to connect our Selenium web driver with the Chrome driver, it will comes under the name of initializing the browsers. Okay, so how we can able to connect it? So at first, web driver, okay, so we need to connect it. So to connect it, I just give the name web driver. So because we can use the Selenium web driver, I just give the reference name as driver. Okay, so web driver equal to new as the keyword, and I can give the name Chrome driver because I just go to connect my web driver with the Chrome driver. So in order to connect my web driver with the Chrome driver, I just use this keyword web driver and Chrome driver. Okay, just open close bracket semicolon. Okay, I create an object for it. So we need the error will be source under the web driver and also the Chrome driver. So for that we need to import it. Okay, so just move and import the web driver, and also we can able to import our Chrome driver. So we can able to import our Chrome driver also. Okay, this is the second step. So we just launch our browser and also we can initialize the browser. Initialize the browser means we can going to connect our web driver with the particular browser, so particular driver. So in order to connect with the Chrome driver means, so I can just give the name Chrome driver. So in order to connect with the Firefox browser means we need to give the name Gecko driver. Okay, so whichever we need to enter it. This is the second step. Okay, so first step launch browser, and the second one will be the initialize the browser. So after that, so once we initialize the browser, okay, right click it, run as Java application, check. So just check it. Okay, after initialize the browser, I just check it, I get opened my browser. So my Chrome browser, automated Chrome browser, I mean my web driver will connect out with my Chrome browser by using the intermediate service. Okay, so my connector. Okay, so after that process we need to give some URL. So we need to give some URL to launch my next step. Okay, so for that I just to load the URL. Next step will be the to load the URL. Okay, so third step will be load the URL. So first we just connect we just launch our browser. So second step will be the initialize the browser. So initialize the browser means connect my WebDriver with my particular Chrome driver browser. Okay, so then third step will be the load URL. So I just enter the URL of my particular site. Okay, so I just going to test the Facebook application. Okay, so I just goes to test my Facebook application, I just go to give the login Facebook URL. Okay, I just copy the Facebook URL, just copied it and enter it in my URL. So in order to get the URL, we had the method which is named as get. The method which is named as the get method. So the get method are present under the WebDriver. So okay, here we just check it, methods. So from before that we had the WebDriver. Okay, so WebDriver is nothing but the kind of interface. WebDriver is nothing but kind of interface. So under the WebDriver we had the method which is named as get. Under the WebDriver we had the method which is named as get. So this method is used to load the URL of the particular web page. So in order to load the URL of the particular web page, we can go for the method which is named as get. Okay, just go for the get. So this will be the string data. Okay, so method will be like get string URL. Okay, so string data. So for that, how we can get this? Because under the WebDriver interface only we get the method which is named as get. So by using the WebDriver interface reference name, we can go able to call our get method. Okay, so just check it. So my WebDriver reference name will be the driver. So my WebDriver reference name driver. So driver dot, I just get the get string URL. So here under the WebDriver interface we have the method which is named as get string URL. I just call this method. So under this method I enter my URL. So this will be the string data. So for that I just give my double quotes and just enter, paste my URL and close my double quotations. Okay, this will be my third step. So first step will be the launch browser, and second step will be the initialize the browser, and third one will be the load the URL. Okay, next one. So what are the another methods which are present under the WebDriver interface? Check what are all the methods present under the WebDriver interface. Before that we just launch our URL. Okay, so right click on my browser and then run as Java application. Okay, check it whether the browser is launched or not. Okay, check. Okay, so my my Chrome driver has launched and also my URL also launched. Okay, so my Facebook web application is opened, URL will be launched. So here see that Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. So once we connect our Selenium code with my Chrome driver, it will be opened in the new window, not in our normal browsing windows. It will be opened in another new Chrome window. Okay, so another new Chrome page it will be opened. So here we can contains the keyword Chrome is being controlled by automated testware. So whenever using the automation testing softwares to connect our browser, we can able to get this kind of notifications. Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. Okay, so because we just connect our Selenium code with the Chrome browser, so for that only we can get this kind of notifications. Okay, so next one. So what are the another methods which are present under this get method? Under the WebDriver interface. The second method will be the second method which are present under the WebDriver interface will be the get title. So in order to get the title of the web page, we get the method which is named as get title, which is present under the WebDriver interface. Okay, which is present under the WebDriver interface to get the title of the web pages. So in order to get the title of the web page, we can go for the method which is named as get title, which is present under the WebDriver interface. Okay, so So how do we call this get title method? So because once we'll already declare that get title method is present under the WebDriver interface. So by using the WebDriver interface reference name also we can able to call our method get title. So please check it. Our WebDriver interface name will be the driver. So to get the title of the web page, to get the title of the web page. So in order to get the title of the web page, we get the method which is named as get title. So it will be present under the WebDriver interface. So due to that, I just use the WebDriver interface reference name. My WebDriver interface reference name will be the driver. So I just take this WebDriver reference name, the driver dot, and I just call the method get title, and just call the method get title. Okay, so this will be the main method. So after calling this method, we need to take the return type of this method. Okay, just check it. The title will be available in the string data. Okay, the title will be available as the string data. So in order to, we had already known that, okay, the title will be available in the string data. So our return type will be also the string data. So return type will be string. Okay, so string, and the reference name for this page will be the title equal to driver dot get title. So here is the semicolon. Okay, so driver, the get title method will be present under the WebDriver interface. By using the WebDriver interface reference name driver, I just call the method driver dot get title. So and also I need to take the return type of this one. So return type will be the string, because the get title will be available in the string data, so that only I just give the return type as string, and also I just give the reference name as title. Okay, so just system.out.println, our printing statement, system.out.println, give the reference name as title. Okay, so once we run the page, means right click, run as Java application, we can able to get the title of the particular web page. Okay, please check it. So browser will be launched, and also my URL also launched. Okay, here check it, just minimize it. We can get the title of the web pages, login into Facebook. Okay, this is the title of that particular web page. I just get the title of this web page. So in order to get the title, we can go for the method get title. Okay, so what are the another methods which are available under this WebDriver interface? The next method will be the get So next method, to get the URL of the web page, to get the URL of the web page. So in order to get the URL of the web page, we can contains the method which is named as the current URL, get current URL of the web page. Okay. So this is the method current URL which is present under the same WebDriver interface. So next method will be the third method will be the get current URL. Get current URL. This is the method which is present under the WebDriver interface. This method is used to get the URL of the web page. In order to get the URL of the web pages, we can go for this method for get current URL. Okay, so how to get this method? This method is also present under the category of the WebDriver interface. So under the WebDriver interface, we get the method get current URL. So that we can use the reference name of our WebDriver interface to call the method get current URL. So what's the WebDriver reference name? Which is nothing but driver. So which is nothing but the driver. I just give the name driver dot. So get current URL is the my method. I just get the name get current URL as the method which is present under the WebDriver interface. I just call this method get current URL, and then we need to take the return type of this method. Okay, the URL is also available in the same as string only. Okay, the URL is also available same in the string only. So for that, I just give the same return type as string. So another ways we can also the start cut. Okay, explain it. String, and give the reference name as URL equal to. Okay, here we need to give the semicolon. Okay, So system.out.println. So in order to print our URL, we need to give the printing statement system.out.println and enter the reference name as reference name of this particular get current URL method will be the URL. So I just enter my reference name under the system.out.println. Okay, you right click as run as Java application. Once we launch it, we can get the URL of the particular web page. Okay, so just may close it, we can get the URL as https://facebook.com/login. so I just get the URL of that particular web pages. Okay, so next one, after that, so what are the another method which are available? The next method will be the to close the browser. So in order to close the browser, we can go for the method which is nothing but the close. The method which is nothing but close, which is present under the same WebDriver interface. So these are all the methods which are present under the WebDriver interface. So this is the method. Another method will be close. So to close the browser. So in order to close the browser, we can use the method which is named as close. Okay, so which is present under the WebDriver interface. So we just use the WebDriver interface reference name and then call the method close. Okay, so here check it. Driver as the WebDriver reference name. So driver dot, I just call the method close and also take the return type. So the shortcut for the return type. Okay, so the shortcut for the return type will be the so okay, no need of return type. So what the purpose of it? For not to close the browser, we need no need to take any return type. So okay, here we just check it to take the shortcut of the return type. So that is nothing but the control plus 2 plus L. So control to L, this will be the return type of the shortcut for the return type. So control to L is the shortcut for the return type. Okay, control to L. Okay, so driver dot close. Okay, just check it. Run as Java application. Okay, my browser is launched, my URL is also launched, and once I get the title of the web page and also I am able to get the URL of the particular web page, at last my URL will get closed. And also we had another method which is nothing but the quit the browser. Okay, so this method will close the browser and another method will be the quit the browser. So next method is the quit, which is also the method which are present under the WebDriver interface to quit the browsers. So in order to quit the browser also we can go for the method quit, which is also present under the same WebDriver interface. Okay, so just check it. So I just remove this close browser to quit the browser. To quit the browser. Okay, here driver as the WebDriver reference name dot quit is the method. I just call the method quit. Now run the application, run as Java application. Okay, so the browser page will be picked out. My URL is also launched. Once my launch is the URL, I just get my login and title of the web page and also get the URL of the web page, and then my browser will get picked out. So this is the last method. These are all the basic things. These are the basic methods which are present under the WebDriver interface. Okay, so these are all the basic methods. Okay. So these are all the basic methods which are available in the under the WebDriver interface. So next one will be, the next topic will be nothing but the locators. So next topic is nothing but the locators. So what is the locators? So what are all the locators available under the Selenium? So first one will be the ID, and the second one will be name, and third one will be the class name. The third locator will be class name, and the fourth locator will be the XPath, and the fourth locator will be the XPath, and the fifth locator will be the tag name. So we just are going to discuss all of these one. So fifth one will be the tag name, and sixth one will be the link text. Sixth one will be link text, and also the seventh one will be the partial link text. Seventh one will be the partial link text, and the eighth one will be the CSS selector. The eighth one will be the CSS selector. This is the last one. Okay, so these are the 8 types of locators which are available in the Selenium project. Okay, so for ID, name, class name, XPath, tag name, link text, partial link text, and CSS selector. These are all the locators which are available. Okay, so we have already under the name WebDriver. So what is meant by the WebDriver? Okay, first discuss about what is WebDriver. What is WebDriver? Before enter into the topic, we just clear this. WebDriver means what is a WebDriver? So what is meant by WebDriver? Okay, so WebDriver is the Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver is an browser automation framework. Okay, Selenium WebDriver is a browser automation framework. Okay, so already we can know that the Selenium WebDriver is the automation framework. Okay, this is nothing but, and the next point, it can accept the command. So it can accept the command which are all given under our codings. Okay, under our Selenium Java Selenium coding. Okay, so in our my Eclipse I just give some comments. Okay, so it can accept the commands. The Selenium WebDriver can accept our commands and send them to a particular browser, and send them to a mentioned browser. So we just mentioned the Chrome browser, means it just send our commands to the Chrome browsers. Okay, send them to the browsers. Okay, it was the first cross-platform testing framework. Okay, first cross-platform testing framework. So cross-platform testing framework means it just enter the commands in our Eclipse page. It will be going to connect with our practical browser. This will be the cross-platform testing framework that could control the browser. From the level of the operating system. Okay, so next one, why the WebDriver can act as interface? Why it can't be the another method? Why it will be named as interface? Why WebDriver is as interface? WebDriver is named as why WebDriver comes under interface? Comes under interface. So what is the reason behind this WebDriver interface? WebDriver is an remote control interface. It can able to control themselves. Okay, so it can able to control themselves. It can able to control our code guide. It can able to connect our coding with the browser. Okay, Okay, so it can able to control themselves. So it will be named, which is nothing but named as WebDriver is a remote control interface. Okay, remote control interface. that enable introspection, and also control of user agents. Okay, and also control of user agents. So it enable introspection and also the control of user agents. Okay, so that's what this the reason behind the WebDriver is comes under the category of interface. Okay, so next one will be the locator. So let's discuss about this basic programming only. So why we can go for system.set property. So what are the keys which are available under the system.set property? We contain two attributes. One will be the property name and another one will be the value. So the property name can indicate the required specific browser and the value can indicate the path of the browser. So what are all the methods which are available under the WebDriver? So how we can able to connect our WebDriver with the required Chrome browser. So these are all which are discussed in these classes. So next class we can go in depth in the locator. So in under the locator we get some locators which is named as ID name, class name. So in next class we can discuss this ID name, class name, export tag name, link text, how to take the ID, how to take the locators, and how to take the element from the locators. So these are all we are discussed in our next session. Okay, thank you all.